Bitcoin Cash basically passed cost examination. As per the most recent information gathered, the ceaseless cost of Bitcoin Cash is 11,869, and BCH really is at extraordinarily present, arranged in the sort of whole crypto environment, which is truly basic. The dissipating supply of Bitcoin Cash truly is 19,121,250 with a market cap of 2,269,455,844, with an improvement in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Bitcoin Cash's cost has shown a decent expansion of 363 right now, really contrary to predominant reasoning. From most recent 7 days, the BCH was in phenomenal really vertical model and stretched out by 1806. Bitcoin Cash from a genuine perspective has shown strong regions for very lately, and this could be fair, an entrance to make a dive and Invest cost conjecture January 2030 and January 2030, the cost of Bitcoin Cash not completely settled to be at around a base in a general sense worth of 386,234. The Bitcoin Cash regard worth might from a genuine perspective at any point appear at a limitation of 434,513. With the average exchanging particularly worth of 422,443 and USD, contrary to predominant reasoning. Bitcoin Cash cost estimate February 2030. The generally run-of-the-mill cost of Bitcoin Cash BCH could go to 435,116 toward February's end in an exceptionally critical way. BCH could be exchanging around a by and large particularly preposterous, in each useful sense worth of 455,635, with the base expected cost of 419,023. Bitcoin Cash cost conjecture walk 2030. The regular cost of Bitcoin Cash BCH could commonly go to 452,521 toward March's end, which generally is truly immense. BCH could be exchanging around for the most part all around, that truly matters ludicrous really worth of 473,040. With the base expected cost of 432,405 or so. The overall idea BCH cost estimate April 2030 and April 2030. The cost of Bitcoin Cash essentially is gauged to particularly be at around a base in each functional sense worth of 445,980. In a really huge manner, the Bitcoin Cash regard basically worth can generally appear at a limitation of 495,666, with the ordinary exchanging really worth of 466,097. In USD in a huge way. Bitcoin Cash BCH cost figure May 2030. For May the cost of Bitcoin Cash particularly is supposed to appear at a customary month-to-month, essentially the farthest from a genuine perspective compasses of 484,741, while the coin will exchange between an imperative of 514,310 and a the most on 468,648, which is really tremendous. Bitcoin Cash BCH cost expectation June 2030. Concerning June 2030 Bitcoin Cash cost, basically is figured to appear at a particularly the most unconceivable degree of 474,319 or so. They generally thought the BCH cost could essentially appear at a generally sort of ridiculous conceivable degree of 538,547, with the standard figure cost of 494,435. Bitcoin Cash cost gauge July 2030. The generally conventional cost of Bitcoin Cash BCH could go to 514,213 toward July's end. In a subtle way BCH could exchange around for the most part, genuinely silly positively worth of 558,324. With the base expected cost of 494,096 truly despite standard reasoning. BCH cost figure August 2030 and August 2030. The cost of Bitcoin Cash expressly is gauged to truly be at around a base pretty worth of 509,523. The Bitcoin Cash a motivation inside and out that truly matters worth can appear at a limitation of 584,035. With the ordinary exchanging really worth of 529,639 in Bitcoin Cash Cost Expectation September 2030. The cost of Bitcoin Cash is supposed to show up at in any occasion of 530,708 out of 2030. In a straightforward way, the BCH cost could by and large appear at a greatest genuinely worth of 605,220. With the standard exchanging cost of 550,825 all through 2030. Really disregarding predominant reasoning BCH cost gauge October 2030 and October 2030, the cost of Bitcoin Cash expressly is evaluated to overall be at around a base, particularly worth of 556,765, kind of contrary to pervasive reasoning. The Bitcoin Cash regard usually worth can appear at a requirement of 632,762, with the common exchanging each viable cents worth of 572,858. In rather than standard reasoning Bitcoin Cash cost figure November 2030, the truly common cost of Bitcoin Cash BCH could essentially go to 590,044. Toward November's end in a huge way BCH could for the most part be exchanging around a for the most part particularly crazy. Definitely worth of 661,404, with the base expected cost of 569,927, and in all things considered huge way Bitcoin Cash BCH cost figure December 2030 for December. The cost of Bitcoin Cash surely is supposed to kind of appear at an ordinary month to month, kind of the furthest reaches of 607,745. While the coin will exchange between a limitation of 690,907 and something like 591,652 within the most recent 1 month the cost of BCH diminished by 64,950, disposing of a fabulous ordinary proportion of 21,992 from its consistent worth, which is truly basic. This astonishing down recommends that the coin in a general sense is in plunge at the in a general sense, present time construing that it will overall fundamentally be a pleasant purchase, an overall doorway for practical speculation in a truly colossal way. The 90 days cost change particularly is close 73.50. And the cost genuinely moved from a base normal cost of 44,289 to most conspicuous inside and out. That truly matters regular cost of 45,192 in the beyond 90 days, which from a genuine perspective is truly gigantic. Bitcoin Cash basically is some spot close 74.11 with the most kind of ridiculous conventional cost of the coin from a genuine perspective was around 54,146, and the base normal worth of for the most part was around 52,601 in beyond 4 months. Bitcoin Cash cost gauge 2030 facts. What will be Bitcoin Cash sort of worth in 2030? Wonderful. Contrary to standard reasoning, the BCH cost in a general sense is gauged to unequivocally appear at a generally crazy degree of 690,907. With littlest cost of 591,652, near the fulfillment of 2030, in an honest way. Does Bitcoin Cash have a future? To the degree that value Bitcoin Cash has a kind of surprising truly potential to appear at new levels, which is